In this video, we discuss the numericals based on the friction. The question is a mass 4 kg rests on a horizontal plane. A mass 4 kg rests on a horizontal plane. The plane is gradually inclined until at an angle theta equals to 15 degree with the horizontal. So the initial position of the plane. Suppose plane, this is the initial position of the plane. Now the plane is gradually inclined at an angle theta equals to 15 degree with the horizontal. The plane is inclined. This angle is theta. The mass just begins to slide. There is a mass kept on this plane. When the plane is inclined, then after a certain angle at theta equals to 15 degree, the mass begins to slide. So the mass weight lies vertically downward, normal direction perpendicular to the plane 90 degree, and this angle is theta, then this angle will also be theta, and there must be two components of mg. This is the normal direction r, and mass is sliding down. So Fk maximum means kinetic friction. When theta equals to 15 degree, then the body started slide down. So F Fs maximum, because when the mass is in the initial position, it doesn't started sliding down. Then the friction acting is the static friction. And when the static friction becomes maximum, then the mass started slide down. And when it is sliding uniformly, then the friction is kinetic friction. So Fs acting upward direction, and the two components of mg, that is mg cos theta and mg sin theta. So we resolve the two components, horizontal component of the force and vertical component of the force. So Fs maximum is equals to mg sin theta. Fs maximum equals to mg sin theta. First number equation, and r is equals to mg cos theta. R is equals to mg cos theta. R equals to mg cos theta, where theta is 15 degree. Now divide first by second. So Fs maximum upon r equals to mg sin theta upon mg cos theta. Mg gets cancelled. So Fs maximum upon r equals to sin theta by cos theta tan theta. And we know the coefficient of friction, mu equals to Fs upon r. So tan theta, this is equals to mu, because mu is equals to Fx upon r, the ratio of frictional force to the normal direction. And theta we have given, so mu equals to tan theta, and the value of theta is 15 degree, and tan 15 degree is 0.27. So the coefficient of static friction, between the block and the surface is 0.27. So we have given that there is a mass of 4 kg, which is kept on the horizontal plane. The plane is gradually inclined at an angle theta equals to 15 degree. When theta becomes 15 degree, then the mass is started sliding down. So we have to find the coefficient of static friction between the block and the mass. So when the mass sliding down, the frictional force acting in upward direction, and there must be two components of mg cos theta and mg sin theta. We resolve these components, and Fs maximum upon r equals to tan theta, and we know tan theta equals to mu, so mu equals to tan theta, and the value of theta is 15 degree, which is 0.27. Now another question. A force of 49 Newton is just sufficient to pull a force of 49 Newton. A force of 49 Newton is just sufficient force of 49 Newton is just sufficient to pull a block of wood. To pull a block of wood weighing 10 kg on a rough horizontal surface. Weighing 10 kg on a rough horizontal surface. Weighing 10 kg on a rough horizontal surface. Calculate the coefficient of friction. Calculate the coefficient of friction. And angle of friction. And angle of friction. So we have to calculate the coefficient of friction mu and also angle of friction. And the question is, a force of 49 Newton is just sufficient to pull a block of mass 10 kg. So force is given, F equals to 49 Newton and mass M is equals to 10 kg, and calculate the coefficient of friction. Mu we have to calculate, and G we use 9.8 meter per second square. So the formula for coefficient of friction, mu equals to F by R. Mu equals to F by R, and R is equals to mg. So F upon the value of R is mg, mass force is 49, mass is 10, and G is 9.8. Remove the decimal. So 49 into 2. This is 10 and 10 cancel, 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So the coefficient of friction mu is 0.5. And the angle of friction. So we know tan theta equals to mu. Tan theta equals to mu. And the value of mu is 0.5. So tan theta equals to 0.5. 0.5 means 1 by 2. And theta equals to tan inverse 0.5, which is 26 degree and 34 minutes. So the angle of friction theta is 26 degree 34 minutes, and the coefficient of friction mu is 0.5. So we get the values of coefficient of friction mu and the angle of friction, the value of theta. Now we continue the theory part of friction, and we study about advantages of friction. Advantages of friction. The first advantage is due to friction, between our feet and ground, due to friction between our feet and ground, due to friction between our feet and ground, we are able to walk. We are able to walk. So walking is possible due to friction, because when we walk, then there is a force of friction acting between our feet and ground, and due to this force of friction, we are able to walk on the ground. So due to friction between our feet and ground, we are able to walk. This is the first advantage. And second, the brakes of vehicle. The brakes of vehicle cannot work without friction. Cannot work without friction. So brake acts on the vehicle due to the friction. If we remove the friction, then the brakes do not work. Various parts of a machine are able to rotate. Various parts of a machine are able to work due to the friction between belt and pulley. Various parts of a machine are able to work because of friction between, able to work due to friction between belt and pulley. Various parts of a machine are able to rotate due to the friction between the belt and pulley. So the first advantage is walking is possible due to the friction. Second is brakes of vehicle works due to the friction, and they cannot work without friction. Third is various parts of a machine are able to rotate due to the friction between belt and pulley. Fourth is nails and screws. Nails and screws. Nails and screws joins various parts of wooden block. Nails and screw joins various wooden parts due to the friction. Nails and screw joins various wooden parts due to the friction. Nails and screws joins various wooden parts due to the friction, and in the absence of friction we are able to write on the paper by pen due to the friction. We are able to write on the paper by pen due to the friction. So writing is also possible due to the friction. If the surface is frictionless, then we can't write by pen on the paper. So these are the 5 advantages. The first is due to friction between our feet and ground we are able to walk. The brake, second, the brakes of vehicle cannot work without friction, means brakes works due to the friction. Third is various parts of a machine are able to rotate due to the friction between belt and pulley. Nails and screw joints various wooden parts due to the friction. And last, we are able to write on the paper by pen due to the friction. So these are the advantages of friction. Now the next topic is methods of reducing friction. Methods of reducing friction. Methods of reducing friction. How can we reduce the friction and what are the methods? So the first is by policy. First method is by policy. We make the surface highly polished. We make the surface in contact highly polished. Highly polished. We make the surface in contact highly polished, due to which the friction gets reduced. We make the surface in contact highly polished, then it becomes smooth and the friction is reduced. The second is lubrication. Second method to reducing the friction is lubrication. So firstly we understand what is lubricant. So a lubricant is a substance which forms a thin layer. A lubricant is a substance which forms a thin layer between two surfaces in contact. So lubricant is a substance which forms a thin layer between two surfaces in contact, and it fills the depressions present in the surface. It fills the depressions. It fills the depressions present in the surface. It fills the depressions present in the surface, and due to which the surface becomes smooth and hence reduce the friction. Due to which the surface becomes smooth and friction gets reduced. And friction gets reduced. So the first way to reduce the friction is by polishing. We make the surface in contact highly polished. And the second is lubrication, and lubricant is a substance which forms a thin layer between two surfaces in contact. It fills the depressions present in the surface, and due to which the surface becomes smooth and friction gets reduced. Then third is streamlining. Streamlining. So friction due to air is reduced. Friction due to air is reduced by streamlining. Friction due to air is reduced by streamlining the shape of the body. Streamlining the shape of the body. Streamlining the shape of the body means the smooth in front. Smooth in front. Streamlining shape means smooth in front or sharp in front. Sharp in front. Sharp in front. So the friction due to air is reduced by streamlining the shape of the body. Streamlining shape means sharp in front. As for example, jets, aeroplanes, jets, aeroplanes, and high racing cars. High racing cars are of a streamlining shape. Are of a streamlining shape. And a streamlining shape means sharp in front, and due to the streamlining shape, the friction due to the air gets reduced. The friction due to the air gets reduced due to the streamlining shape. And the meaning of streamlining shape is sharp in front. So these are the three methods of reducing the friction. The very first is by polishing. We make the surface in contact highly polished. Second is lubrication, and third is streamlining shape. Then we discuss methods of increasing the friction. Methods of increasing the friction. Methods of increasing the friction. How to increase the friction? So the first is sand is thrown on tracks covered with snow. Sand is thrown. Sand is thrown on track covered with snow. Covered with snow. When the track gets covered with snow, when the track gets covered with snow, then it becomes difficult to walk or run on the track. Therefore, to reduce the, to increase the friction, we throw sand on the track, and this increases the force of friction between the wheels and the track. This increases the force of friction between wheels and track. Between wheels and track. When sand is thrown on the track covered with snow, then it increases the force of friction between the wheels and track, and driving becomes safer. And driving becomes safer. Driving becomes safer. The second is trading of tires. Trading of tires. Is done to increase the friction. Trading of tires. Trading of tires is done to increase the friction between the roads and tires. To increase the friction between the roads and tires. When the tires, trading of tires is done to increase the force of friction between the roads and the tires, and synthetic rubber is preferred over the natural rubber. Synthetic rubber Synthetic rubber is preferred. Synthetic rubber is preferred. Synthetic rubber is preferred over the natural rubber. Over the natural rubber. In manufacturing of tires. In manufacturing of tires. Because the synthetic rubber increases the force of friction, and the coefficient of friction of synthetic is high. Synthetic rubber is preferred over the natural rubber in manufacturing of tires because of its large coefficient of friction with the road. Because of its large coefficient of friction. Because of its large coefficient of friction over the road. So these are the two ways to increase the friction. First is sand is thrown on track covered with snow, and second is treading of tires, in which the synthetic rubber is preferred over the natural rubber in manufacturing because synthetic rubber has large coefficient of friction over the road. So the friction topic we have completed. In the next video we discuss the next topic.